everybody. I just have a couple things today, and then I'm going to do another one of those personality quiz thingies. It's been a busy day. I'm just like, my brain's all muddled. We went to the store today, and I found something I've never seen before, and I didn't even know was going to come out. We found the Reese's Peanut Butter Cups Franken-cups. Milk chocolate with green colored cream, or creme. Cream? Creme. Oh, it's got the little thingy over the E, so I guess it's creme. Yeah, so I thought, we'd take a look at that and see what we think. I just took this out of the refrigerator because it's been warm here again and only going to get hotter. They said over the weekend it's supposed to be back up in the 90s. Not looking forward to that. It's been nice this past week, though. I think I've gotten so tiny. Look how small that is. Man, I even remember when they were much bigger than that. So tiny. Okay, so milk chocolate on top, green chocolate on the bottom. Although, on my screen, it doesn't really look much different than white. It is kind of a light green. So, there's that. Interesting. Because the green is basically white chocolate, just colored. You taste it more than you do the milk chocolate. It's a stronger flavor for some reason. Not very much peanut butter in that. It makes me sad that they've gotten so small. See, this is one reason why Reese cups have been replaced as my favorite. My favorite now is the Kinder Bueno. I don't happen to have any right now, or I would show you. They didn't have any today at the store. Well, not the package we normally buy. We don't normally buy, they call it a 4-pack, but it's really like two of the regular bars put together. And in the regular packet, there's 2 bars, I guess. One bar is probably close to the size of my finger plus another little segment. So if my finger was 4 segments, it'd be roughly that big. So what is that, about 4 or 5 inches-ish? And there's 2 of those sticks in the packet that they call a 2-pack. Because if you get 2 of those packets in the bigger package, they call it a 4-pack. I call it a 2-pack because it's 2 of the... Anyway, it's a lot cheaper because, like, this size package, the regular size package, would be, I think, like 98 cents. Where the double package, where it's on like a little cardboard tray and then wrapped together as 2 of those size, is $1.48. Duh! I'm going to get the cheaper one. That way I get more of the chocolate. But anyway, Kinder Bueno, it's a better flavored chocolate to me. And a little bit creamier. And it's got kind of a hazelnut spread in it. And these wafer things. Not like a Kit Kat. They're nothing like a Kit Kat. It's a different kind of crispy texture in the wafer thing. And they're like, each of the bars is like 4 segments. And they're individually wrapped bars within the packet. So I guess it is technically a 2-pack. It just, most people would buy it and eat both pieces. You know, maybe one now and one later, or like me, scarf them both down at once because you like it so much. I'm a Kinder Bueno addict. Yeah, I really like them. My son does too. And they have taken over as my favorite candy bar. And if Reese's is going to continue to get smaller and smaller and smaller, then, you know, I'm going to go to something that's, I don't know, to me seems like a bigger bite. Because it's like 4 bites for one of those sticks, because each segment then is a bite. For this, I could pop the whole thing in at once and, you know, done. And it's like, where'd it go? Where's the rest of it? Anyway, I don't know that the Franken-cup is anything special. If you like the white chocolate Reese's, you'll probably like it. I don't mind the white chocolate ones. I can't get that clear. Is that better? No, because if I sit back, I guess if I could lean forward. Are y'all getting nauseous yet? You know, getting motion sickness? Anyway, I'm gonna go for the better deal, and to me, that's the Kinder Bueno. I like the Kinder Joy eggs as well. Being in the United States, we don't get the Kinder Surprise eggs, but the Kinder Joy is very similar. It's just, you know, it's its own half of the prize is its own half, because in the United States, they're not allowed to put a non-edible item inside an edible item. I think that's the logic as to why they're banned here. I don't know. But what we get here is the Kinder Joy egg and not the Kinder Surprise egg. And a lot of people get that confused. They think they've got the one that's banned. Oh, well, you know, they're selling them at blah, blah, blah. No, they're not. Not in the United States. I don't know if you could go to an import shop and get them. I know there's a place in the Dayton area. Might be more towards Huber Heights than actual Dayton proper. Here in Ohio, it's a little British import shop. I don't know if they can get it or not, but they generally have a variety of, you know, like the international candy bars from the UK, and they had, now I don't know if it's legal or not, because I heard somewhere, I think, that haggis is supposed to be illegal in the United States, but I thought I saw, the last time I was there, canned haggis. I didn't try it. I gotta stop scratching my neck. I have mosquito bites on my neck. Little bloodthirsty buggers. They just swarmed. I hung laundry out, and when I went to bring it in, they just scarfed me. I've got bites all up and down my arms, my legs, at least 2 on my neck that I could see in the mirror. And they itch so bad. And I try not to scratch, and subconsciously I'm going, and I catch myself doing, no, no, no. Because really, who wants, like, nasty, scabby spots on your neck? Ew. But it itches so bad. Anyway, let's get on to the personality quiz thingy. That's what we're here for, not for me to talk about itchy necks and stuff like that. Oh, wait, let me shrink me down so that you can see what we're looking at. I'll just hide out here in the corner. Yeah. Ta-da! Which vampire horror is your perfect next read? I don't know if you can see it. There's an ad over here on the side. T-Dragon Society is having its 3rd and final installment come out this fall called the T-Dragon Tapestry. I'm excited. I thought those were super cute. It says T-Dragon Society is the first one, and then T-Dragon Festival is the second one, and T-Dragon Tapestry is the one coming out. So, hey, then I'll give them a little plug because I really enjoyed those books. Anyway, back to the quiz at hand. Which vampire horror, I have a lot of trouble saying that word, is your perfect next read? Oh, it's sponsored because Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires is out and about. I'm going to read that at some point as soon as I can track down a copy and hopefully find an ebook of it, or an audiobook, not an ebook. I can't read ebooks. They make my eyes go bonkers and I get headaches. And I've played with changing the fonts and stuff. It's reading off a screen. So reading this off my computer, I can't do this for very long. When I start feeling it, I stop using the screen. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. If you want to read all this stuff, you're welcome to track down the quiz. This is again on Book Riot. So, as we have experienced on at least 4 other videos, when we get to the end, it's going to show me my result and then take it away right away before I can finish reading what it says, which is annoying. Okay. Which vampire horror is your perfect next read? Let's go. I love the little bats in the picture. I'm all about the bats. What interests you most about the concept of the vampire? Their immortality, their attractiveness, their origins. Kind of depends on the vampire, really. Because I'm intrigued by Nosferatu, and he's certainly not the most attractive critter in the world. And that one I'm kind of more interested in, I guess, it being an origin story. And then you've got... no, I can't call Twilight vampires. Those aren't real vampires. Like Vampire Lestat, where they're kind of attractive and interesting, and I think their immortality and their attractiveness together is what interests me in that. I think it's between the immortality and the origins, but I think immortality is going to win out because I like hearing about or reading about what they have experienced over their lifetime as a vampire. Their unlifetime? They're undead, so unlife? I don't know. Is that a word? It is now. In your mind's eye, which of these qualities stands out visually to you when you hear the word vampire? Teeth, paleness, death-like, youth. Not youth. Not all vampires are young. I mean, they weren't all turned young. Teeth or paleness? You can be pale and not be a vampire. I guess you can technically have fangs and not be a vampire. But I'm going to say probably their teeth. Which of these origin myths is most compelling to you as a reader? Scientific experiment, cursed by other humans, cursed by God, disease. I don't know. This is tough. Vampirism as a curse, I think, is intriguing and compelling. But by humans or by God? I'm not overly religious, so I'm going to say cursed by other humans. Which setting do you prefer to read about? City or rural? Rural. That's another one of those words I can't say. City or rural? The R word. I think for vampires, cities are more interesting. Especially if it's a setting like New Orleans, which to me just feels exotic. Or New York. I've been to New York a couple different times. But when I'm there, it's just hustle and bustle and the liveliness of the city. I think that's why I'm going with city. Which character from Dracula by Bram Stoker is your favorite? Lucy Westenra, Professor Abraham Van Helsing, Count Dracula, The Brides, Mina Harker, Jonathan Harker. Count Dracula. Duh. That's the whole point of the book, isn't it? How scared do you want to be? 0. I just like vampires. If they sparkle, I'm cool with it. No, sparkling is not a vampire thing. Sparkling vampires are not real vampires. Spooky is fine, but I'm more interested in their sexiness. Do your worst. Really, I just like vampires, but I'm not cool with sparkling. I'm fine with spookiness. That's cool. Of what vintage do you like your vampires? They're immortal, right? Why would they choose anything but youth? Consenting adult, ancient. I'm going to say consenting adult. Favorite vampire movie? Bram Stoker's Dracula, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. What We Do in the Shadows. Nosferatu. A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. I've never seen that one. So out of the 3 that I've seen, I'm really disappointed that The Lost Boys isn't on here. Because that would be my favorite vampire movie. Unless it's Dracula with Bela Lugosi as Dracula, which is not Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula. And it's not Nosferatu. It's in between the two. What We Do in the Shadows was okay, but I guess Dracula, even if it's not. What's the right way to make a vampire? Are they made? Another vampire drinks their blood. Another vampire drinks their blood, and then they drink the blood of the vampire. I'm pretty sure they're just cursed by the hand of God. I don't think they're, like, contagious. No, it's the blood, the exchange of blood. Tell the truth. What did you think about Dracula? Love it, love the style, love the narrative, love that it's the OG. Actually, it's not the original vampire story, but we're not going to go there. It's kind of dry, to be honest, but I still enjoy it a lot, if only for the nostalgia. It's racist, it's sexist, it's racist and sexist, and yet I still read it. It's racist? Is it racist? Do I need to reread it? It's been a little while since I've read it. I don't remember it being racist. Sexist, maybe. Is it sex or racist? Huh. I don't know. I love the book. It's been a while since I read it, though. I need to reread it. My Soul to Keep by Tenerife Due? Jessica meets and falls in love, but that's as far as I got. I have no idea what that said. Why does it do that? No, I don't want to do the Alice in Wonderland one. But I do want to see what other vampire quizzes there are. I could do which Twilight character are you, but I've already said I don't like Twilight that much. I tolerated Twilight, but they're not real vampires. Vampire Soulmate? Did I do that one yesterday? No, I did. Which famous vampire are you? Okay. So when I type in vampire and quiz, it gives me all these lists of things that have nothing to do with vampires and aren't quizzes. Which literary magician are you? We already did what famous vampire. Who is your vampire soulmate? Let's find out. Do I have a vampire soulmate? Do I have a vampire soul? I don't know if I can do more than 2 of these at a time because this is killing my back. Quiz Find Your Vampires is sponsored by Vampires Like It Hot by Lindsay Sands. I haven't read any of hers yet. The Archno series. My sister-in-law likes that series a lot. So who is your vampire soulmate? I like the Nosferatu shadow there. That's cool. So we're still at Book Riot. Da-da-da-da-da. What's the greatest thing about being a vampire? Vengeance against a vengeful god. Sex. Oh, and food. And both those together also killing. Power. Listen, I love being right. Lust. Who can stop me now? Never aging. Knowledge, especially being able to stay up on the latest music. Variety and travel. Not worrying about mortal shit like paying bills, driving home alone at night in a bad area, ... Is there a silver lining? I suppose with never aging, that also includes the, not having diseases and stuff like that. Because, like, I've got arthritis. And it would be nice to not have that pain. So I think, would that fall under never aging? I feel like I sound nasal. Do I sound nasal? I got a little bit of a stuffy nose today. Probably from being outside hanging laundry up. Knowledge, but I don't know necessarily about because you could stay up on the music. Everything today kind of sounds alike. I like the 80s music, so I'm perfectly happy not necessarily knowing all the hot new bands, because to me, a lot of them just sound like the same thing over and over, and they'll be like, do you know blah 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 song? And I'm like, is that this one? No, that's somebody else. Like, oh, if you say so, it sounds the same to me. Sex and food? Are you talking food like your victims? Because traditionally, vampires don't eat like food. They bite people or animals. The concept of a vegetarian vampire, because they don't bite people, they only bite animals, just is stupid. That's another reason why Twilight is not real vampires. I think I'll go with the never aging. I don't know, that's a tough question because there's a couple things that maybe. What quality do you find most irresistible in a partner? Their presence, trustworthiness, intellect, taste in art, boobs, youth but not in a gross way, youth in a gross way. Can they follow directions or no because I'm in charge? Resemblance to my one true love. Trustworthiness, hands down. If you can't trust them, none of the other stuff matters. What do you fear most about your own vampirism? Getting caught and tortured and killed, and not just for being a vampire. The sun. I don't really feel fear. I don't really feel fear ever. Write that down. Starving or accidentally killing someone I love. The wrath of my master, walking home late at night. Never dying. Do you know why there are so few vampires? Very few people have the constitution for eternal life. Eternal life is just as eternal as damnation. Not controlling my own urges. I was accidentally killing someone I love. I think that would be a bad part of the whole vampire thing. Be honest, what's the sexiest thing about vampires? Power, same as with humans. The illusion of power, I suppose, but once you realize its falseness, very little remains sexy. I love being feared. Immortality, they can be reckless. Sexiness is not really my concern. I did not choose this. Not being held accountable for anything. I mean, not really. Like I was saying before, about the sex thing is, I don't think that's necessarily the thing about vampires. I mean, they are sexy, but I don't think that's necessarily what I'm interested in. Do you prefer the wisdom of age or the virility of youth in your partner? Wisdom, definitely. I need guidance. Wisdom, I need an equally yoked partner. Virility, age is not really a thing with us. How young are we talking? Wisdom with an equally yoked partner. Pick an entree. Wine is really blood. Steak, extra rare. I'm vegan until I'm not. Steak, but not mooing? No, rare would not work for me. I cook mine medium well. But I guess as a vampire, bloody steak would be my thing. I don't know. I'm not a wine drinker. What's the one thing you never want your partner to have to endure? Being away from me, wrongful accusation. I don't really think about that. If you don't look out for me, who will? Vampirism. Heteronormativity? What, so I'm a little confused on the heteronormativity part. Is that saying that I don't want my partner to be cisgendered? To follow the conventions of social norms? Like my son, who's gender fluid. One day he dresses male, the next day he might be wearing a dress. It's up to him. It's his life. I let him live his life. So is that what they're talking about? Is it, I don't want my partner to have to endure societal norms on their sexuality or whatever? And also, this question, see, these questions are too open-ended. In this situation, am I a vampire? Are they a vampire? Are we both vampires? Am I a vampire and they're not a vampire? Because if I'm a vampire and they're not a vampire, then it'd be being away from me. I wouldn't want them to have to endure me having to move on because of the whole not aging thing. Well, vampirism's a thing, so would I want them to become a vampire too? Maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. If this means what I think it means, in the broad scope of things, the Brides of Dracula. My soulmate is Dracula's famous subservient trio of brides. Okay. Personally, I am cisgendered, so therefore I would prefer a male partner. I was born female. I identify as female. I identify as straight. Not that it matters. I mean, I think it's wonderful that there's a whole rainbow of people out there. And like I said, my son is gender fluid, so yeah, I think it's fantastic. I'm just hoping that, people don't go after him for that. Okay, let's zap that. And we'll come back to here. And I guess I can expand this back up. Haha. Okay, so there we go. That was 2 vampire quizzes at Book Riot. Do you want to see more of these personality quiz things? Do you want them to continue on the bookish path? I can see if I can find other bookish websites that have quizzes, or just general personality quizzes. I kind of like taking them. I don't always agree with the results, but I mean, quite honestly, I thought the vampire brides were some of the least interesting characters in Dracula because they don't really get explored. They're just 3 women who have been bitten by Dracula and then depend on him for everything. I don't want somebody like that. Not as a soulmate. I don't want them to be completely dependent on me for every little thing. I raised my child. I don't need 3 new children. Anyway, so there's that. If you want to take some of these quizzes, share your results. I'd like to know what some of the other results are. And I guess that'll be it for tonight. And remember to comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell icon, all that YouTube-y stuff. And I guess I'll be here in the next video. Bye-bye.